What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. 3 levels to body game. There are 3 levels to body game. And I had said something about this on my last car video this past Friday, right? This past Friday. And I said 2 then, but then this morning, I said, there's really 3. And I know some smart ass will try to come up with 5, 6, 7. But 3 basic ones. 3 basic ones. Because one of the issues when people talk about body game is they think you got to be like the perfect body. Like perfect. Like certain amount of body fat, veins, measurements, and all of that. I was like, no. What do I always say? Just get your best body, because women like different bodies. And there are women who, if you're super muscular, super cut, they don't necessarily want you. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But that being said, there's still different levels to it. And, one of the things is to understand which level you at. Now, I'm going to give them one at a time. I ain't going to give them just something just right here, because some people, it's funny, some people want stuff right away, and then they hear it and think they know everything without getting the context for each. I know I'm one of those people. You gotta listen to me. So anyway, right, the first level, the basic level of body game, and I'm not gonna call it basic, I'm gonna call it standard body game. That means you look like you are relatively fit in the sense of not so much your body weight or everything, but you know what? You just do basic workouts. Just basic exercise. It's just standard body game. Because everybody's not going to be some brolic dude or some fitness model dude or something. And it don't mean you're not going to go to the gym. Because, one thing you see at the gym, you can see somebody in the gym all the time. Anybody who actually work out, you got some fellas in there. They can work out all the time, but they might not look like they could be like in some bodybuilding contest or some fitness model contest. They can still throw up some weights. And not even about throwing up the weights so much, but they still basic fitness. As I've said, a man needs to be basically fit. Just basic. That's just regular exercise. And, he's going to look like it. Now, yeah, he could have a little bit of weight on him, but you got a lot of guys, they'll come in the gym and they're coming 4 or 5 days a week as they still work out. Or some dudes who more slim on more slim side, they still work out. Now, they might not look like it to the untrained eye, but they still got something. You got some shoes. You got some big dudes out there, everything. They still hitting the gym. They doing the basic of hitting the gym, which is all, that's all they really need. Yeah, that's all they really need. As long as they hit the gym on a basic level, they good. That's just getting whatever your body is, just getting your best body. That's it. That's basic body game right there. Boom, boom, boom. Base standard. I'm sorry. I said I'm going to try to avoid calling it basic, but standard. It's like you work out. You exercise, basically. You get regular exercise. And for real, any man needs to do that, period. Any man needs to do that, period. And then some men, basic body game is what Cousin T-Talk called the roughnecks. They basically, they might not hit the gym so much, but they working out because they blue collar or something. They working on a job where they have to stay, they're going to stay in shape just from working out. Like construction workers, that's basic body game. Or somebody doing yard work. Guys working on the streets, and when I say streets, like literally paving the roads and everything. Like their job requires them to be on their feet 8 hours doing some hard work, sweaty. Those blue collar types. That's standard body game. That's the roughnecks. That's the roughnecks. They're just in a job where they're going to work out. Not even in the gym, but just what they doing. It just look like they can do something. And, standard body game, that does something for women. That does something for women. You just look like you can move around. You ain't looking like you just sitting around or you live a sedentary lifestyle or anything like that. The deuce. Oh, I was thinking something weird on the road and stuff. It's just a truck up there. I don't think I'm gonna get too close. What the hell it got up there? Anyway. But that's standard body game. That's just basic. At a minimum, roughneck. Yeah, you might have a little bit of gut, might be overweight or even slim, but you still could do something physically. And a lot of women go crazy. That's all they need from you. Just look like you're doing something. You know? So that's the basic right there. That's the standard. I keep saying basic. But you know what? It's the standard. Basic, whatever term you want to use. Wait a minute. I gotta get over in this lane quick before this truck comes, because I got all these trucks in front of me. You want to think on at least on that level. Because the thing also with standard body game, everybody can't, you might be working on a job, even if it's not a blue collar job, maybe you working 60 hours a week. You don't have time to be all up in the gym like that. It'd be good if you are, but you might could do a good hour. You might not could be doing about 10 different routines and doing cardio and all of that. You might be able to just get in, just do enough for maintenance. And that's good. That's good. At that standard level, you can still get the attention of women. Because a lot of women, they don't want a guy who's too hardcore. Some women like a little bit to play with. But just as long as you in basic stuff, you can go move around easily. So that's standard. That's standard body game. The next level, advanced body game. Advanced. What is advanced? Now, it just means you working out to the extent that someone can look at you and tell that you work out. Now, at the same time, you might not be like that perfect body, but somebody look at you, if they see you out and about, they can see your shoulders, they see you wearing something, they say, oh, you work out. Oh, okay, got those broad shoulders. If you got a short sleeve shirt on, they can tell you do something. They might see the veins popping, see some definition. They see you in some shorts. It's like, oh, okay, he got some definition, especially as they see. But you ain't going to necessarily be perfect. See, advanced, though, they working out a little bit more. They the type who, they'll do 5 or 6 days a week. And when they in the gym, they go hardcore. They ain't just, they ain't going to just do a machine or something like that. Like, they're going to spend about 2 hours on a minimum, or typically, just doing something. And when they lifting and stuff, like if you at standard, you ain't trying to throw up 300. You ain't trying, or 225 at a minimum. You ain't really trying, or you really straining. You just doing enough to maintain. At advanced, you doing something. Like I said, somebody, if you out and about, somebody could say, okay, he does something in the gym. Like I said, your body ain't gonna necessarily be perfect, but people can look at you and sense that. You're going to be above average. You're going to have, at the advanced level, your body will stand out in a crowd. That's the bottom line. You will stand out. Some people might say you got some presence. Like they'll look at you and say, yeah, I can tell you lift. They can tell you work out. They're going to definitely not just see you as like standard fit or basic fit, but fit. Your chest is going to stand out. Like, they're going to be like, damn, okay, this motherfucker be hitting the gym, But, like you go in the gym and, you might even do some meal prep or something like that. So you're going to, like, you really serious. Like, you go in there, you take your rest and everything, and, but you're going to look above average, but you ain't gonna look crazy to people. You're not gonna look like some power or something like that, but still above average. And if you talk about as far as it attracting women, or it's going to attract women. You're going to stand out because they see that's one thing about a woman's gaze, a female gaze. They're going to automatically check out someone who stands out physically. That's the one thing about height. It ain't so much they tall as they stand out. Women going to automatically check them out. So you're going to have that type of body, you know, broad shoulders, big old chest, everything stand out. Like, I've noticed, like, a lot of the ladies at the gym and people who see me out who know me, they always say something about my Rinse Do shirt. That's because it's kind of snug on my chest, but it makes my chest pop. You know, even had total strangers stop me a couple times. It's one lady who's supposed to be doing her work in a grocery store. She stopped and asked me about it. I had never talked to her before. But that's advanced body game. Like, your body's going to stand out. You know? Because, in all honesty, most men, their bodies aren't going to stand out on any level. They're going to be average. But that's standard body game. See, with standard body game, you just need to, like, pay attention to the women who like that particular body, or at least can deal with that particular body. Advanced, the woman's going to look a little bit more. She's going to stop a little bit more and say, oh, damn, look at you. Oh, you work out, I see. Okay. You know, you're going to be buff to them. But, and that's really, you know, see, the biggest issue with that, there's a lot of genetics involved with that. There's a lot of genetics involved. See, with standard body game, just your best, your personal best. To be advanced to stand out in a crowd, there's a genetic component. But it's a combination of genetics and, what the heck is that? It's a combination of genetics and just hard work. Because even if you got the genetic potential, you still got to work. So at the advanced level, you can tell they did some work. Okay, this person driving like they don't have good sense in front of me. Gotta get from behind him. Alright, so you're going to have that. They look like they do the work. That's advanced. You know? And most guys, that's the best. Some guys can have a shot at getting that. Why don't you just move your motherfucking ass up? I got a Bama up here. Okay. Nobody's coming. Well, unfortunately, somebody is coming. Go ahead and turn. Talking about not guilty on the back of their car. Anyway, right? Yeah, so you got advanced. And that in itself is, dude, they ain't coming this way. Turn your motherfucking ass. Nah, I'm driving ass. Nah. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, so advanced. Yeah, it takes a bit much. Like, you're gonna have both the genetic component and you just worked hard. So then you get to the third level, which I call pro. That means you got the type of body, you've worked and developed your body to the point you can make money off of it, one way or the other, in multiple ways. Like, you could be a male exotic dancer, you can get money off of it, especially when you're dealing with women. Hey, you shoot, and you don't even need to be able to dance that well. You got that type of body. And there's a genetic component to male exotic dancing. You gotta have a nice pipe. But anyway, that's pretty much, you gotta have that body depending on whatever level. You can make money that way. You could be in like some pro bodybuilding contest. Now that's more extreme. And some of those dudes might be on some juice. That's the only thing with extreme. Some of it's genetic, some of it is enhanced. Let's just be real with it, you know? See, that's one thing about advanced. Advanced is more natural. Advanced is more natural. Extreme, pro level, you can make money off of it. let's just say they might not be entering like a bodybuilding contest. Some of them. But then some of them are just advanced, who just took it to the next level and took it to the next level of being able to make money off it. Like I said, bodybuilding contests, some of them might even be, they can be a personal trainer. Like if you get a guy at the pro level, they can make money. That's the bottom line. With their body, they can make money. Like a little bit of training, like at the pro level. Even though you got personal trainers who, you know, they just regular dudes, standard at best looking. But, you know, if you get some guy, he's real cut, got the right height, real cut, everything. Shoot, he can make money because, you know, people going to be looking at him. Dude's going to be wanting to get a body like him. And, well, women going to want to be trained for that and some extra stuff. But you could, you can make some money that way. It's like your body can make money. You can be, hell, you can be male OnlyFans. You can be a male OnlyFans dude. Because women checking out your body like that. Male exotic dancer, gigolo. You could be a fitness influencer. A fitness influencer. Because you got some guys, you know, they get their bodies right. And then they make their money showing how to get it like that. Because guys going to be looking. You know, women going to be looking for other reasons, but guys going to be looking and say, okay, how can I get it like that? You can make money one way or the other, but whatever the case, at the pro level, you can make money, literally make money off the body. That's how you know. Like some advanced guys, they can go there, but they would have to work extra. They would have to work extra. Like their bodies are just that cut. And I say this without some conceit. Because now I would say advanced level, and anybody who questions it, I'll put a video of me working out full body in the description box, but no more than advanced. Stand out in the crowd one way or the other, but not pro. I'm definitely not pro. I could get to pro, but I wouldn't be doing these car videos. I had to cut back on a lot of stuff here. I would have to cut back on a lot of stuff. Also, be even more diligent with what I'm eating. See, one thing at the pro level, they serious. Because they're making money off their body. I mean, if you can make money off your body, basically you need to work out all day. You know, you need to be really working out all day. You know, some of these guys be doing 2-a-days, or they in the gym. Then they gotta stay with it. They can't. You know, they gotta be disciplined about what they eat and everything. But they pro level because one way or the other they get money off their bodies. One way or the other. And especially if you're talking about getting women, shit, those are the ones who get the women who will make it rain on them. Those are the ones who women will pay to be. You know, women will pay them to give them the boyfriend experience. You know, women pay to have sex with those dudes. That's the pro level. And ultimately, I said, let me split it up, because you get some guys thinking they got to be at the pro level or they don't get women. No, body game is just, all body game is using your body to get a woman. Well, as far as getting women, there's another, I got a series on Rom TV, the body game philosophy. I get into other aspects of it. But whatever the case, just understanding, if we're talking about man gets woman, it's all about knowing women are checking out bodies. That show I talked about last week, Naked Attraction, the first thing the women are checking out are the bodies. Now, the majority of guys I saw on there were just, well, most of them were just ordinary. I wouldn't even call them using body game. You had a few at standard body game. There's one dude, he was at, I mentioned that older dude who boffed that woman after when he went on the date. That dude was at pro. He looked like a definite pro bodybuilder. He was at pro. Because I know they ain't saying anything, but he probably been in some bodybuilding contests and stuff. But that's the key though right there, man. That's the key to understand. See, everything got different levels to it. Now, if you got to look at yourself, okay, which one you want. Now, at the basic, every man should be doing standard. Just get your best. There'll be some women that like it. You know, that's also, you know, your basic genetics. You don't have to worry about being all brolic or super cut. Just be your best, not only for the women, just to stay in basic shape. Stay in basic shape. And, you know, be healthy. Be able to, like, walk down the street without breathing too hard. You know, be able to pick up some stuff. And then advanced, like, people look at you and say, okay, he definitely lifts. He definitely lifts. Now, they, like I said, they ain't necessarily like head to toe perfect, and might not be at that level where they're gonna get money thrown at them or something. But you know, they're still standing out. Because honestly, a lot of people out here don't lift. They don't lift. A lot of guys, they just go to work and come back. Major issue. Major issue. You know, they don't stand out. Also, with advanced though, even though I keep saying lifting, like, advanced is like, it look athletic. I think that's another word. Look like they can play sports. How about that? Like, look like they can play a sport or play the sport. I know with myself, people always wondered where I played football. So, you know, that's the thing. Look like you play ball or something. That's advanced. But they ain't necessarily like super cut. It depends on the sport. In fact, you don't really see like any super muscular guys even playing pro sports. Because at the pro level, I mean, your shit is just cut. Like defined cut, razor cut, sharp at the pro level. But that's only a small percentage. Like I said, you might be able to get to advanced, depending on your genetics. But just understand something. See, the bottom line is this. There's just different levels to it. You know, everybody ain't going to be. If you at standard, that's really all you need to be. That's all you need to be, because there's always going to be some woman that finds you naturally attractive. She's just naturally attractive. I mean, no matter what. And honestly, even if you don't do anything, say you don't work out at all, you let your weight get all crazy, there might be one woman who like your shit. But you want to be, you know, ideally at a place where you get multiple options, like multiple women are checking you out. Because finding that one woman who just happens to like you, yeah, that's tough, because a lot of guys can't find one anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop by some place. Anyway, that's it for now, y'all. I'll get back with y'all later and stuff, alright? Peace.